everyone? Sorry about that. Little bit technical difficulty. One of my screens isn't working, so you don't get my logo bouncing back and forth. You just get right to me today. So, what's up, everyone? I'm Kelly Cavallero, one half of 7 Arrow Media, and welcome to today's edition of the Honky Tonk Highway. This is episode number 62. That's right, guys. We are closer to 100 than we were 0. So, thank you for joining me today, guys. Hope you've enjoyed the week so far. It's Thursday. We're almost to the weekend. Just a couple quick housekeeping things real quick. If you haven't yet, don't forget, tune in every Tuesday on Line Dancer Radio. You'll have me, the Honky Tonk Highway, playing music on Line Dancer Radio from 2 to 4 UK time. That's 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. over here on the East Coast. Tune in. Every week I do a different theme, just like I do on my daily shows here. The only difference is I get to play music. So you get about 20 to 25 tracks with me every morning. So check that out. Also, if you haven't yet, go head over, like, subscribe, follow Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. That way, no matter where you're at, you can check out what we're posting every time we go live, and you don't miss anything that's going on with us. Also, guys, tomorrow, I'm bringing back Daniel Trapat. That's right. Me and him are going to talk about the new dance we just choreographed. We're going to break it down, how we counted it. We're going to share the track with you guys, just like I've been doing with my choreography challenges. Me and him did it off camera and not live. That way we can actually discuss everything we did and not mute us during the conversation. Also, head over to our website. We have got the cups on, so make sure you have definitely checked that out. $20. We have pints, we have wine glasses, we have our tumblers, and you can also get it with the Honky Tonk Highway logo now, just not the 7 Arrow Media. So, today's guest, I've known him for quite some time. He doesn't really come around the dance circuit that anymore, but he is surely missed. Ladies and gentlemen, all the way from Maryland, here he is, Lorenzo GOLO Evans. What's up, brother?
What's up, man? Hey, everybody.
How you been, bud?
I've been great, man. Great, all things considered, man. Just watching you guys flourish and make the world a better place online, man. I can't tell you how proud of you I am.
We're trying, bud. Thank you. I really appreciate that.
Of course.
We got everybody in the chat today. We even got royalty. The birthday boy himself, Guyton's joining us. What's up, G?
Oh,
Happy birthday,
Guyton. Happy birthday, brother. I miss you, man. Happy birthday.
So, for those who don't know you out there, why don't you give us a little breakdown on how you got into line dancing?
Sure. So, actually, I was a hip-hop dancer for probably maybe 12 years before I joined the line dancing circuit. So, the line dancing circuit is actually like the second half of my dance career, to be honest. I was actually, well past my prime at this time and ready to retire. So it's interesting that I heard the song for Soul Food, and I was like, that would make a really cool line dance. And so I went into my dance studio, and I really wanted to make something that matched the music really well. And so I had done that for the soul community, and looked online one day, and it crossed over to the international line dancing community. And I'm like, what in the world is going on here? And so that to me was a super surprise. And honestly, my dance career took a whole different turn from there. And so, I see this time as a huge highlight in my life, especially on the downside of my dance career.
Yeah, you definitely hit it out of the park with Soul Food. That dance still gets done. People still like to hear that track.
Yeah, man, it's a blessing. I'm honored to have done that, man. I think about it now, and I hear the song sometimes and just think about all the many different people I've engaged with and danced with over the years, and the many different places I've been because of it. And so, super thankful for that. The universe chose me to bring that forth to everybody,
Yeah, I know. I definitely enjoy meeting you. I remember when I met you. I think it was Big Bang, the first time I met you, when Will brought you out to Charlotte, and then me and Trevor have actually gone and stayed with you in Maryland, and you've taken us around all through DC.
Indeed, yeah.
So I know I've enjoyed our friendship.
Absolutely, so have I, man.
So what is it that you do now that you're not dancing?
So right now, while I was dancing, I've always been an accountant. And so as part of that, now I work for a performing arts organization as the chief financial officer. And so I've been doing that since I retired from dance in 2016. And so since then, I've gotten my MBA. And I've also started teaching at university. So I teach finance at American University and through other programs throughout the country. And actually, I'm doing a a teaching gig with University of Westminster in London in a couple weeks. So,
Nice.
well, you know, I'm still teaching, man, but just not dancing as much.
That's crazy. Absolutely crazy.
Yeah, man. So, you know,
So
trying
we
to
had
pursue all that with the same passion I pursue dance with, you know. So.
Yeah. So Chris Lovelock has asked couple of questions. How long did the video for Soul Food take to shoot, and were the dancers that were in it from your dance class?
That's a great question. So I think the shoot was probably 2 hours, and so I chose people that I danced with, you know, on the line dance circuit on the soul side, and a few other people that I chose. So some of them were part of my class, and then others were just people that I chose that I thought would really represent the vision well. So great question. Thank you for that.
Absolutely. JP Moss says, "What's up, Bora?" I want to know where you got this nickname, Borrachito.
Borrachito. So borracho means drunk in Spanish, and so like JP's mom, we at one time at what was it, the Crystal Boot Awards, was it? Or at Stoke, no, Stoke, we had all been drinking for a while, and she's like, you know, she called all of us borrachitos. And so that name stuck to me for some reason.
Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, he says, thank you so much for teaching soul food on Streamline. You made so many people happy to take the class review. Yeah, that was an awesome teach. I tuned in for that.
It was an honor. Thank you. It's such an honor. Thank you for having me.
So.
It's funny, I had to practice to get the moves again, and because I haven't danced for so long that I had to like practice the couple of days before. So, yeah.
Hey, at least they asked you to do one that you definitely knew you could remember, not one of like the newer ones.
Yeah, sure. So you're still choreographing and dancing, right?
I am.
Okay, awesome.
I am. I'm still competing in the USLDCC. I've taught on Streamline a couple times. We just did an event, the 7-7 event we did of all USLDCC choreographers from this year. So definitely still choreographing, still teaching some.
That's awesome. And you just won an award too, right?
We did.
Yeah,
Someone's been online this week.
Yeah.
We did. Me and Kelly were given the Unsung Hero Award for World Dance Masters this year.
Wonderful. So, you deserve it, man. You deserve it.
Thank you. Yeah, we were definitely shocked.
The joy you guys bring to us online, like you, Rachel, and the Streamline guys, you know, in this COVID crisis, you know, a lot of us look to you guys for inspiration and engagement. So, you know.
I know it was weird seeing all the pictures that Jesse Chan posted of the event in Taiwan, that everyone was in person except for the instructors. All the instructors were recorded on the screen, but everybody was in attendance. They had like 200 plus people in Taiwan at an event. It was crazy. That's
amazing, man. It's amazing.
I have a question from Rob Glover. What's up, Mr. Glover?
What's up, man?
He said, in the world of performing arts, stage or screen, who have been some of your biggest inspiration and influences? Ooh,
oh, man.
That's a good one.
That's a great question. So I think one of my biggest inspirations is Gustavo Dudamel. He's a conductor from Venezuela, and so he's right now the lead conductor for the Los Angeles Philharmonic. And just watching his career and watching, you know, the proliferation of his talent, you know, throughout the orchestral world is just incredible to see. He's a person. I actually love old school jazz, so like Louis Armstrong, Sarah Vaughan, people like that are people I really look up to. They changed the game of their art, you know, and so I really, you know, appreciate their contributions to the arts overall. Yeah, I mean, I think that's I you know, am remiss in mentioning so many of my other inspirations. It's just that I can't think of, you know, any of them to name specifically, but, you know, those are the ones that stick out in my mind.
Yeah, that's crazy. Rob, you're his inspiration.
Oh yeah, most definitely. He wants
to be as tall as you one day.
I want to be able to dance like that one day.
Everyone coming in saying how much they miss you. Darren Bailey said he misses you at events.
Oh, thank you.
Daniel
I miss you guys too.
You.
I miss you guys too. When I hear the line dancing music, I always think of everyone. So it's like, you know, I can't wait to get back out there. I was just like thinking about what the first event is going to be like, you know, with everyone back together.
I was talking to Jen about this, Jen Cameron, and
Mhm.
I told her, I go, the first event back is, I think, if it's an event that doesn't have a max capacity, is
Right.
going to be absolutely massive.
It's going to
And
be
then we're
insane.
going to see it trickle off because everyone's going to be out of money from being out of work, that they're not going to be able to go to anything else.
Well, the people are saving their money up for these events, so
True that. True that.
they're
Yeah, that
saving
is that
it.
is true. Um, Chris wants to know, what does the GOLO in your name mean?
Golo. These are some great questions, man.
I usually
So,
have some people that get some good ones to me. They've
yeah,
been
yeah.
nice
So
so far.
when I was a hip hop dancer, I used to compete, and so when I would do like dance battle competitions, the crowd. My name is Lorenzo, obviously, so the crowd would say "Go low, go low."
Ah, okay.
And so they would like egg me on, and so I kind of took that as my company name. So
That makes
yeah,
sense.
that's where it comes from.
That makes sense.
But now there's like this weight loss product with that name, right? Or something like that. I'm like, damn, I should have gotten the license for that.
You should have. They could have had just your picture, your
I
face.
I know, right? Exactly. Exactly.
Okay, obviously you've choreographed a lot of your time. Um,
Sure.
soul food. You have You're So Beautiful.
Hmm.
What's been your favorite? Which dance out there has stuck to you the most?
Of my own choreography or
Of
in
of
general?
your own choreography.
Hmm. I would have to say soul food because I always, every time I'm doing that dance with everyone, I always remember that moment. So it's like there are times when, I've done it in England or I've done it in the Netherlands or somewhere with Fantasia. I always when I hear the song, I always like harken back to specific moments when I've done it, and
Right.
so and that's like a beautiful experience to reminisce on.
I'm
So I
sure.
would have to say that. But I would say also, You're So Beautiful is so much fun to do with everybody. The whole up, down, and
Yeah.
running all around the room like a crazy person. That's always fun. I'll
Yeah.
never forget. Actually, You're So Beautiful. I taught that at Big Bang. So actually, I taught that I think at Marathon first. And
Yep, you
so
did.
it didn't really catch on. And then Louis told me, he's like, man, that dance is going to catch on later. Just stick with it. And so I taught it at Big Bang, I think a couple of months later.
You
And
did.
it was huge. We had to like move rooms and all types of things. So I'll never forget that experience.
I remember sitting out in the hallway with Scott Blevins during your teach of it at Big Bang, and he
Mhm.
turned to me. He goes, "Oh, this new dance from Lorenzo is awesome. I'm glad he debuted it." I go, "Scott, he debuted at your event 7 months ago." He goes, "He what?" I go, "He debuted this at your event 7 months ago because he danced it at the demo with Vicky and Mandy." I go,
Yeah.
"Trust me." He goes, "He did?" Didn't even
Yeah.
remember.
That's so funny. That's funny.
So
But no,
what
I
is?
definitely miss connecting with everybody, and seeing that I work in the performing arts. It's not the
Right.
same,
I
like
bet.
connecting with people is the best part of it. And it's so many conversations I remember, and so many people I remember talking to and laughing with, and really caring about. So, I'll be back. There's no question about that.
Yeah, that's what I bet you everyone's glad to hear.
Yeah.
Rob wants to know, would you be up for virtually choreographing a dance or two with me, us retired line dancers?
Yep.
Rob, didn't you just
The retired. Yep. Let's do it. Let's do it, Rob.
Rob, didn't you just release a new dance with Doug Silton and PJ Turner like a couple weeks ago? Like two? So you're not that retired. So what has been your favorite dance that you learned in general, not
In
just
general.
not just yours? What has been the one dance that you've just stuck out to you that you got to learn over the years?
Oh man, so many of them. I love. I'm forgetting the names of some of them, but "Bang Bang" by Rhoda, "Blurred Lines" by Rachel. I thought that was just the craziest, most fun dance in the world to do. And then, is it "Work" by Guyton? It was. He did the. I forgot the name of the song, but it was one of his last dances.
The Work from Home or the Work song?
"Work from Home." That's what it
The
was.
one he
Yeah.
did with Roy and
Yes.
Who else was Fred?
Yes. So I taught
Yep.
that to the hip hop dance class, and they were just like, they thought it was like
Yes.
sick, right? But they were ahead of their time because we're all working from home now. So, that dance should come back out.
That's funny. Rob said it's
Yeah.
COVID choreography. It doesn't count.
Yeah.
Next question comes from Trevor Thornton.
Trevor, what's up, man?
He said, if you had to give one piece of advice to any up and coming choreographer on the importance of music selection, what would it be?
Oh man. Oh
Pick
man.
a good song.
That's a good thing. That's a good question. I think my advice would be to not choreograph something that doesn't move you. Like, so if you're not moved by it, because I think a lot of times choreographers get into the trap of just trying to make the hottest thing and, pick the hottest music and like the newest music. But, with me, I think that it has to resonate with me in some way for me to be able to express myself. And so, yeah, that's really how I think about it. If you don't feel it, it's not really worth spending the time to choreograph because all it's going to be is just count after count after count.
Right. Yeah, definitely. You gotta enjoy the song because you're gonna listen to it about 400 times.
Right. You're right.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. I listen to a song like at least 15 to 20 times before I even put a step to it usually, and I'm like, okay,
Yep.
I haven't got sick of the song yet.
Exactly. Exactly. But don't you all hate it when you have a song like choreographers out there? Don't you hate when there's a song that you love that just doesn't fit a line dancing format? So like there would be 32 restarts if you actually chose the song,
Have you seen some of the dances released lately?
No, I haven't actually.
Yeah, they have A B C D with a tag.
Oh man, yeah. But that's how songs are composed now though. Songs aren't as
Yes.
straightforward. The composition is just all over the place,
I was
with
just
the
talking.
timing.
Me and Tim Johnson on one of the shows just talked about how
Yeah.
hip hop the songs like there isn't an Usher or a Babyface or
Yeah.
or a Pitbull or an artist like that that's releasing tracks that were just like make you want to go out and choreograph. All the hip hop songs that now are either can't get played on the radio or you can't understand what they're saying.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, it's just this one universal, like, sort of form that's like all pop. You know what I mean? It's like
Right.
everything goes. It's just everything is pop now.
Yep.
But the same thing with hip hop dance. They don't even call it hip hop anymore. It's more just like commercial dance, really.
Yeah.
Because hip hop is like the mainstream now. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trevor says if you had the opportunity to plan/prepare for the first event show when we come back from this COVID-19, what would your theme idea be?
Oh man.
The Walking
That's-
Dead?
Right. No, we can't do that. It's too soon. It's too soon.
That too much? Too soon?
Yeah. I would figure out some way to do a reunion theme because I think that all of us are so dispersed and we've been in this digital format in front of screens for 6 months now. So I think that doing some non-digital, low-tech sort of human-to-human kind of thing is what I would focus on. So maybe a reunion theme, Trevor, for sure.
There you go. Chris Lovelock wants to know, how
Chris.
long did it take you to choreograph Soul Food and where did you hear the music?
Oh man, so it took me forever to choreograph. Like it probably took me 2 days to choreograph. Like choreographing is not my thing. Like believe it or not, it takes me forever to do anything. So it took me probably 2 days to get the parts together to get it to match the music so well. And I first heard it at a karaoke. Someone actually sang it at a karaoke. And I like the pace and the cadence of the song. So I'm like, let me try to work on this in the studio. So I took it to the studio for 2 days after that and came up with Soul Food from there.
There you go.
Yeah. So.
Any songs you've been hearing lately that's made you want to break out and choreograph anything new?
No, man, nothing. Well, let me not say that. I'm really into Afro beats now. So the Afro beats song, like the really popular African music.
Okay.
There's a couple of those songs that are really cool. I think that there was someone on Streamline who taught some Afro beats choreography a couple of months ago. So
Jerusalema? That one?
I can't remember her name, the choreographer. But yeah, she did an Afrobeat song. But yeah, that's the type of music I really like. But again, choreographing is like it's laborious for me, right? So I think about it so scientifically that it's not really fun. So I like to just when I'm not in that headspace, I just try not to even think about it, you know?
Makes sense. Uh, Trevor wants to know, what is the one genre of music that you've never written a dance to that you feel would challenge yourself would also be a smash hit?
That's a really good question as well. What's up with all these good questions, Trevor? um, to be honest, I would say musical theater. So I've never done a musical theater piece. I mean, I've danced in a couple of musical theater shows, but I've never actually choreographed to it. And so I think that a show tune would probably be something I'd be interested in, you know, trying to see what I could choreograph to.
There you go.
Yeah.
I have a great two-step you can choreograph to.
Yeah. Okay.
It's by Snoop. It's actually by Snoop Dogg.
Is it?
Yeah, his song "My Medicine."
Okay, let's do it. Let me check it out.
That one you might like. Yeah, great questions coming in, Trevor. You obviously you did some thinking today, Trev.
Indeed. I can't wait to get down there with you guys.
Come on down. Florida. You can still, at least when you live in the States, you can still travel.
No, right. Exactly.
Yeah, I remember when me and Trevor, the time me and Trevor had to drive to Florida, Boston.
Oh, yeah.
We stayed with Lorenzo on the way up, and then on the way back, we actually stayed for a day. And Lorenzo took us to the Smithsonian, all the landmarks. We did everything. We spent a whole day in the city together, sightseeing. He showed us around completely. So yeah, if you're definitely in that area, go see him. He'll tell you every place to go.
Most definitely. We had crabs and everything.
We did. We ate a lot of crab that night. We ate a lot of crabs. That was great. And then we drove home the next day.
Yeah, you guys are the first people I've ever shown my town, you know, and I enjoy doing that so much that I've done it quite a few times since. But yeah, you're the first people that I've ever
go.
shown around. So
yeah, because that was the year we stopped by and we took your props for you because you did
that's right.
thriller kind of routine at Showdown.
Yeah, the single ladies versus Thriller.
Yes.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yes, that was a good one. That was a good routine.
Thank you.
Trevor said the questions are so good because he hasn't started drinking yet.
Oh. Yeah, I'll log off when he starts drinking then. So I'm not ready for those questions.
Oh, man. So I'm going to ask you, because this might take you a little bit to think about it. So every choreographer and stuff I have on here, I ask them the same question. Two parts.
Okay. I'm going to write this down so I don't mess it up.
Oh, you won't mess it up. Don't worry. If money was no object.
Mm-hmm.
Jane, I didn't see your question. What was your question? Hold on. I got someone says, you don't like my question? I didn't see your question, Jane. Hold on. Let me scroll back up, Jane. Oh, I didn't even see it come in. Jane would like to know if and when you return, will you do West Coast swing as well?
Absolutely. So that's one thing that I've actually been practicing. So I've been practicing that. So yeah, I think my goal is to be good for when I West Coast with Rachel. The bar's really high, you know. So that's definitely something I've been practicing a little bit.
About to say, you're in the heart there. You got some pretty amazing West Coast swing dancers in your area.
Yeah.
That DC, Virginia, Maryland area has Mad Jams there every year, which is one of the biggest West Coast swing events. You got some bad dancers there, so you can definitely get some good lessons up there.
Yeah, that's for sure. So is Jane going to West Coast with me when we come back?
There you go, Jane. Lorenzo says you're West Coasting with him. So if money is no object,
yep.
Where would you hold an event? And who are the first 5 instructors you're calling to be on staff?
Oh my God. What?
You can actually blame. So this is show number 62. Trevor was on show number 1. He came up with this during show number 2. So you can blame Trevor because he actually gave me this question back during show number 2, and I've asked it all the way through. So
what in the trivia is going on here, man?
That is yes. So where would you hold the event? Anywhere in the world, and Who are the first 5 instructors you're calling up?
Oh man. So to be honest, anywhere in the world, I would have a huge event here in DC, to be honest with you. I mean, if money was no object, because, of course it's super expensive to have events here. And so, I'd have an event at the Mandarin in DC. And oh my God, the top 5. So I'm going to count 3 people as one, to be fair. So I'm going to do this the Streamline boys, definitely. So that's one. Rachel McEnany is one, absolutely. Guyton, you're coming out of retirement, bro. And I would combine, I do Rhoda as well. How am I 4?
That's 4.
And Jerome Bentley from the Soul Community.
Ooh, yeah. Yep. There we go.
Indeed. I would love to do a hybrid event in DC. So it would be like
that would be crazy.
Yeah.
That would be crazy.
Yeah, for sure. So, those are my top picks. And of course, no shade to anybody that I didn't choose. It's just,
No, those are just the first 5.
The first 5 I could think of.
Those first 5. I was actually telling Kelly the other day because we don't just do line dance events. We do a bunch of swing events. We do floor for some ballroom stuff, salsa. One of the ones I actually miss the most is hanging out the Detroit the ballroom stuff, the step.
Oh yeah.
What's his name?
I can't remember. I know who you're talking about though.
Yeah, he does an event down in Georgia every year, and we do the floor for him.
Mm-hmm. I know who you're talking about.
Oh man,
it's killing me. James, right?
No, crap. Watch, we'll get off the show and I'll think of it. That's the funny thing is. But
that's how it always works.
They do 2 events a year. He does one, and then a buddy of his does one at a college right outside of Atlanta.
Okay.
And I hang out with them. They're just fun to hang out with. I love it. I go there. I take the floor for Jed, and I hang out with them all there.
That's awesome.
So it's a blast, and it's events like that I miss because I've been doing them every year. So I see the same people every year. It's like some of those people are just like, oh man. Even though I don't dance that much because I just hang out and I do other stuff, I still miss hanging out with the people.
Of course. That's the part I miss the most out of all of this, really.
Yeah.
And it's sad because I was going to come back out in 2020, so I was going to do a GOLO 2020 situation.
Ah, there you go.
COVID definitely interrupted that, so I was starting to miss people too much. So.
Just a wee bit.
Yeah, just a little bit.
So JP Maj asks, you've been traveling quite a lot around the world. What is the most beautiful place you've been to thanks to dancing?
Wow. I would have to say Cartagena. I love it there. It's beautiful, and I taught down there quite a bit. I actually introduced some Afrobeats music and choreography down there, and it was a beautiful time. So, yeah, that was one of the best. Yep.
I can't. That's bugging me. It's bugging me that I can't think of the guy's name.
I know.
It's gonna bug me. Trevor wants to know, can you at least come work your registration booth?
I would love to do that. That's the best way to see everybody. Make sure I don't miss anyone.
Put Trevor in charge of the welcoming committee.
Indeed. Indeed. So, what out of all the events you've been to, what's one of your favorite? Or what are some of your favorites?
Hands down, my favorite probably is World Dance Masters.
Okay.
We've gone to Blackpool twice now. Definitely enjoyed going over there. So that has definitely been, and hands down, my favorite. And then I love going to Vegas.
Yeah.
I love Vegas in general. Period. And so it's the only other one that I'm glad, because I used to, when I competed, I went to New Orleans every year for the UCWDC, and now that Sandy and Diane have done the event there, I got to go back to New Orleans. I love New Orleans. I love the city. I love the food, the atmosphere, everything. It's just so it's down home, and I like that. I love the food. So one thing I miss about living in Texas, I miss the crawfish boils and the gumbo and all that. I miss being in that part because, poof.
Yeah, man. I can only imagine.
Oh, yeah. That's why I love seafood. Being originally from Miami, that's why I love coming to visit you.
Yeah,
Going to
yeah,
Maryland,
yeah.
getting crab. That was right up. That was right up my alley. I was like,
Yeah.
yes, let's go.
So in the county that I live in now, it's really like a seafood town. So like
Oh,
there's much more seafood around. So when you guys come next time,
oh
I'll be sure
yeah.
to take you to all the best places.
Sorry, sweetheart. I know you're allergic to seafood, but we'll find you some chicken.
Indeed. Indeed, indeed. That's awesome.
Oh,
Yeah, I miss doing the shows, man. I really miss the shows. That was my favorite part of all the events. Was the shows and all the creativity that went into it, and
what's
seeing
been
everybody at their best.
what's been your favorite one? Because I know you've played some crazy characters in Scott shows.
Yes, I would say the Scott shows are the most like pro, professional productions. I think so I felt the most at home in Scott shows because I got a chance to zone out and be somebody else and be in
Right.
character completely. And that's really, as an artist, you can't ask for more. But my favorite one was the showdown competition with the Thriller meets Single Ladies.
There you go.
Because learning that Single Ladies choreography is no joke, man. I mean, Rob didn't Rob Glover do it as well? Rob Glover and a couple of other people, didn't they do a Single Ladies?
I don't remember if they did a whole single ladies. I know Glover's done some crazy routines.
Yeah. I thought I remember a group of people doing Single Ladies after we did it. Maybe in a few events after. But anyway,
Might
whoever
have
has
been.
learned that
There's been some
choreography,
there's been some crazy routines at the showdown. That's for sure.
yeah, yeah,
You've had Hypno, you've had Brian Verkauskas, Roy's been in it.
yeah,
You,
yeah,
Fred Whitehouse, everybody. Guyton, Rachel team up with Joe Thompson, Paul McAdam, Rob
yeah,
Glover, Guyton.
yeah,
Pick a
yeah.
partner. Yep.
I remember when Rachel and Rob did Raggedy Ann and Andy.
Andy.
That was sick. That was sick.
Yes,
I
that
think
was
that
good.
was my first showdown.
I actually have that up on our YouTube channel. I put it
Okay.
as one of my Throwback Thursday routines.
Oh
That
wow,
we
I
were
have to check
posting.
that out.
Yeah, it was. I still remember having to get Rob under the stage because he barely would only fit in certain areas because of the crossbars. So we had to find a crossbar area where he could fit under the stage. Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome, man. That's awesome.
Zach Delweiler dressed up in a dress as a little girl.
Zach. Yeah, I miss everybody, man. As you name people, I miss everybody. So I can't wait to connect again.
Yeah. Let's see. You're in DC, so the closest event to you probably is going to be Boston next year
Yep.
because the Big Bang's not happening.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think Boston of next year is going to be the closest, like drive wise, to you.
Yeah, Boston or Marathon probably.
Oh yeah, Marathon in June.
Yeah, Marathon is close. It's 4 hours from here.
Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, the marathon in June. Yeah, that's distance wise because with no longer Big Bang and stuff like that. And there's one in
Yeah.
Virginia, but that's not till I think next August.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
because Olivia Ray does the event in Virginia and
Oh yeah, Olivia.
does
I
the
miss her
event.
a lot too.
So hopefully, still crossing fingers that a couple events will happen this year here in the States.
Yeah.
Hoping Classic in
Yeah.
December.
Yeah.
That should happen. Fingers
Yeah. I
crossed.
hope so. Are there small events happening in Florida or no?
There's nothing happening right now.
Yeah.
There's a couple like local classes that have started back. Some restaurants that have allowed people to teach at them. Some local stuff. Not any like not any hotels or workshops.
Yeah.
Because and the clubs aren't even happening because Janice just had the Barnanza that usually John and Junior did and then John and Brandon.
Indeed.
So the state of Florida won't allow bars to reopen yet. They
Okay.
opened them and then they shut them down. A restaurant can be open, but a bar can't.
Oh wow.
So the barn technically, the barn can't be open. The Dallas Bull in Tampa has opened up as a dance hall like they did it. I know they did it one time. I don't know if they've done it since, but they call themselves a dance hall now. They just don't serve alcohol.
Okay.
But they charge $20 for 3 hours.
Just to dance?
That's what I said.
Yeah.
Someone posted it.
No, at this point, I might pay that. At this point, no.
They do it in 2 shifts, from 7 to 10, and then from 10 to 1. It's $20 per 3-hour shift. So if you want to go for all 6 hours, it's $40, and they limit it to 50 people.
Wow.
50 people at a time. So if you end up getting all 6 hours, you're paying $40 and you don't get any alcohol.
Wow. Wow, that's
that's some really crazy club rates.
That's a lot, yeah, indeed. That's like New Year's rates.
Right. That's like going to a club downtown and like paying like the VIP cover.
Right. Exactly.
So, but yeah, no, so nothing's going on here. Like, I know a couple places, a couple different states have had some small stuff.
Yeah.
I know there's supposed to be one in Arizona, but I don't know if that's actually going to be allowed. But it all depends because every state's still so different. You know that.
Definitely.
Like what you can do in Maryland, you probably can't do in DC.
Yeah, no, exactly. DC is completely shut down now. I mean, DC, Maryland, and Virginia, they tried to kind of go along with the same sort of rules and phasing, but it's not working out that way. So,
no.
Yeah. Because when one opens, everyone from the other states go and, shop there and hang out there.
Right.
And it's just...
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I can't go to a bar in my state, but I can drive 20 minutes across the border and go to a bar. Let's go. Yeah, that's exactly.
That's exactly what happens. Gotta love a tri-state area.
Right? Betsy just says, but you get plenty of floor room.
True.
But is it worth the money?
I don't know. I mean, if you love to dance, I think so.
So, I know I know that same bar just put up a GoFundMe because I think they're getting close to not being able to stay open.
Oh, man. That's so unfortunate with all these businesses closing, man. It's so sad.
It is, and I think that's the thing that's taking a toll on a lot of people, a lot of smaller establishments.
Most definitely.
So.
Most definitely. Yeah, they count on this revenue from the bar and from the admissions and all of that. So It's really tough to see that, them go away.
Yeah, definitely going to be crazy. I think once it starts, we should be good.
What'd you say?
I think once, and I was saying this on last week on this thing. I think once the first event director takes the leap to hold an event, you'll see more follow suit.
Yeah.
I think it's just like with the sports teams. So once the first organization took the leap to start sports again, you saw the others find ways to fall in line and do it.
Yeah, for sure. The only problem is jumping out there, man. It's such a risk because it can get shut down at any point.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, for my organization, we had an event planned for the 29th of August, and it was going to be a drive-in event. And Maryland shut down, the county shut down every single event over 100 people. So, yeah, it's unexpected, and, it's just kind of the world we're living in now.
Right. Oh, man, it's crazy. It's so crazy because you would think that by now, like, if you see some of the stuff, like with the technology and everything of the day, that we would find ways to do it. Like we found ways to still learn how to dance. Like people have found ways to learn how to dance, and we have found ways because, like you were able to teach on Streamline. Mm-hmm. You were able to teach on Streamline. I think that's how we're just going to. We've had distance learning for how many years? There's been online college for how many years?
Yeah, right.
It took a pandemic for us to figure out, oh, wait, we can learn to line dance on TV.
Yeah, for sure. But, most people do this for the interaction, though. It's not just for the learning. It's really about the people you love and care about being around you and enjoying the same things and learning the same dances together, really. Yeah, so...
Wendy just says, we may be a small event, but as of this moment, Wild Roses are having our workshop in October.
Wendy!
Niels is planning to come. Wendy, can Niels even get in the country right now? Because the U.S. border is still closed.
Huge shout out to the Wild Roses, Wendy D. I love you. I miss you very much.
Granted, I'd love to see Niels come over here, but I didn't think he could get in. I thought the borders were still closed. That's why a lot of events have had a. That's actually probably a bigger reason why we see more events take the thing, because half the instructors wouldn't be able to get here.
Yeah. Yeah, indeed.
When you have 15 instructors on a lineup and 6 of them are from out of the country.
Right. Definitely.
She says yes, he can. Okay.
Love it.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Apparently, Niels Poston will be here.
See you in October then.
Yeah. Yeah, because Daniels said he can't get here.
Okay.
So.
Yeah.
So sad. Maybe Fort Wayne event. Actually, I think we'll have events before Fort Wayne. I think they'll see events happen before Fort Wayne. That's the end of February, beginning of March. I think we'll see. I think for sure Rachel's event will happen, World Dance Masters, in February. That's for sure. And I still believe, I think that we'll have the Florida Classic in December.
Yeah.
I don't think Florida will stay closed to where we can't have that happen in December.
Yeah, let's hope not. Yeah, let's hope
I know
not.
Doug and Jackie said that no matter what, as of right now, Vegas is still happening. So
okay. Yeah, Vegas is still open right now.
Vegas is. Yep. I was talking to my buddy Tim Perez out there, and he said the casinos are open.
Yeah.
They just have different things, like they have every other slot machine, the plastic dividers, the dealers encased in. So they found a ways to work. It's kind of like going to school.
Yeah,
They found ways to make it work.
Yeah.
So yeah, I know people have gone out to Vegas and they said you can go to the casinos and gamble. It's
you
just
can do everything there.
the bars aren't. No, the nightclubs and the bars aren't open.
Oh, okay.
Like because Tim teaches at Gillies and he's not allowed to. They're not allowed to because Gillies is the restaurant's union.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I thought that was weird. They could open up the gamble, but they weren't allowed to open up the play.
Yeah. Interesting.
To dance. I thought that was a little weird. Just shows you the revenue difference.
For sure. Right. Exactly. Exactly.
Oh man.
Yeah. Well.
So if you had a choice to go back to dancing, like hip hop and going on tours, or go back to line dancing, which one would you prefer?
I would, at this point, I would do anything. Like, to be honest, like whichever. I mean,
whichever one's gonna get you out of the house.
Yeah, exactly. So, I would definitely do. I do a mixture of both. You know, I did them both for so long together that I really enjoyed that. So I enjoy hopping off of gigs to go to line dancing events. I enjoy both of those things. So
going from a tour bus to a
right,
to a ballroom.
Yeah, exactly. So I miss that. I miss the the rush of being on time places, and being at the airport on time and where I need to be on time. So
hear that, people out there? He likes to be on time.
And oh yeah, I don't play with that.
I always love seeing the posts from instructors. Well, I almost missed my flight.
Right. I'm the person that's there like 17 hours early. Like,
now, here's a question: have you ever booked yourself to go to the wrong location by mistake? Like if you're supposed to be in like Ontario, Canada, and you accidentally booked yourself to be in Ontario, California, because it's still Ontario, CA. Ontario. I've known people who've done it. That's why I use that as the example.
God. So I have done that. One time I was going to Atlantic City just to hang out for the weekend, and it's a Sheraton hotel I was booking, and we ended up booking the Sheraton that Marathon happens in, as opposed to the one in Atlantic City. So we got to Atlantic City, and they're like, your reservation isn't for this place. It's for this place in North Carolina. And I'm like, damn it.
Oh,
but yeah, booking, because I mean, my things default to like where some of the hotels are at the events that we go to.
Yep.
And so, I just wasn't paying attention and totally booked the wrong hotel. Yep. I've definitely booked when flying home. You know, we have Dulles, BWI, and
Uh-huh.
Reagan Airport here. So I've definitely parked at Dulles and then flew back. I flew back into like BWI
BWI.
or something crazy like that. I've done that plenty of times.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Yep. So that's been crazy. And one time I flew into for Chicago. I flew into Midway, I think.
Yep.
And it took me longer to get to the hotel from Midway than it did from my house to get to Chicago, which was crazy.
That is nuts.
Yeah, so I took the subway for some reason. I was just like, it's a cheap flight, let me just get it. And the subway ride took longer than the flight up to Chicago, which was crazy.
Yeah. The Uber.
I can't remember the airport that it's closest to, whether it's O'Hare.
O'Hare.
Okay, yeah. So I
Yeah.
went into Midway.
We've flown into Midway quite a few times, only because Southwest only flies into Midway. It doesn't fly
That's
into
right.
O'Hare.
That's
With
right.
the 2 free bags with all of our equipment,
Yeah.
definitely like, okay, yeah, we'll fly to Midway. But it takes, like you said, like even by Uber, it takes about 45 minutes.
Yeah,
Depending
it's
on
a
the time
long,
of day.
yeah. Right, right.
Gotta love that Chicago traffic. It's just
Yes,
like going to
indeed.
Atlanta. You just don't do it.
Oh, you don't do it
You just
at,
don't do it.
at any point of the day. You just don't. You
Nope.
don't do it.
Yeah, because I remember we took the subway in to go sightseeing in Chicago, and it took a while just to get downtown.
Yeah, it takes a
So
while. It
it
takes a
does.
while. So I would never do that again.
The drive's not bad depending on the day though.
Yeah,
If you can time it right when it's not during rush hour, it only takes about 45 minutes, which is a normal. That's like going into Boston and going out to Quincy.
yeah.
It takes
No,
about
right,
35-40 minutes to go from the airport out to the Quincy hotel.
right. Yeah,
So that's not
yep.
it's not horrible. And sometimes those flights, like you said, they're dirt cheap going into Midway.
Oh yeah,
Dirt
yep.
cheap. Way
Exactly.
cheaper to go into Midway sometimes than O'Hare. It all so hit or miss.
Yeah,
That's
for sure.
that's what I keep telling Kelly. Like we've been looking for flights for Blackpool,
Hmm.
and I was looking at flights all up to the thing, and you can get them like right now. You can book a flight so cheap, but you just can't. You can't go.
Yeah,
It's so
no.
funny. But
Yeah,
I told Kelly, the minute they open up that travel, let me tell you, those
yeah.
flights are going to skyrocket.
It's going to be insane.
It
Yeah.
is. They are going to sew up those flight prices. Like
Oh
no one's
yeah.
going to be able to afford to go anywhere because
Right.
like it was funny
Right.
because I could go up to Boston right now. The other day, I looked at it.
Mhm.
I could get on a flight for $17 one way.
Man,
$17
that's crazy. From Florida?
from Florida.
Wow.
I could fly one way from here to Boston for $17.
Wow.
I
That's
guarantee you, the
insane.
minute that all these restrictions, and normally it's $200-$300 round
Yeah.
trip. If we're
Right.
lucky, we get them for about 150 round trip on when JetBlue runs their sales. But
Yeah.
let me tell you, yeah, right now I could have went up. I could have went up and to see Lucas for $17
Man.
one way.
That's crazy.
When
That's
have you ever?
crazy.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, it's insane. It's
Yeah.
absolutely insane.
It's insane, man.
So
Well, if you ever do a stopover, I live in the airport loop of BWI, man. So whenever you come up, like, if you want to just have a picture,
absolutely.
I'm right there. So
The sad thing is, half the time we have layovers. My layover is in BWI.
I'm probably 10 minutes from the airport, door to door, if even that.
That's got to be convenient now when you travel.
Oh, yeah, exactly. I mean, it's of no use to me right now. But,
Well, yeah, right now it's not.
Normally.
So,
Yeah.
but huge thank you for coming on and joining me. It was great chatting
Oh,
with you guys.
same
I
here.
hope you
Thanks.
enjoyed catching up with Mr. Lorenzo Golo Evans. I hope it was everything that you wanted. I know he's missed.
Thank you, man. Thank you for this. Thanks for inviting me. This is an honor,
Absolutely. I was glad we were able to make it work out finally.
For sure. For sure. Absolutely.
So, guys, I hope you enjoyed the show today. Don't forget, tomorrow I'll be on. I have Daniel on. We'll be talking about the choreography we just did. So make sure to tune in for that. Also, next week, you saw the lineup I've released. It's crazy. Monday, I got Niels Poulsen. Tuesday, I got Robert Royston. Wednesday, I got Rebecca Lee. Thursday, I'm doing a top 10 show for the dances I feel are the top 10 must-learn line dances of all time. And
Love it.
Friday, I have Paul and Stacy for the Shenanigans Part 2. So definitely check those out. Same bat time, same bat channel tomorrow, guys. Later.
All right. Take care, everybody.